Hello everyone and welcome back to Stone Valley. This is episode 4 of our playthrough here, and we're on the last pass finishing seeding the rye in our field here. We do have alfalfa in the top little section there, and then the rest of it is going to be rye. In this episode we are hopefully going to be harvesting the alfalfa by cutting it and turning it over into hay, then raking it up and baling it. Hopefully that'll give us a good profit so we can be sitting nicely to make it through the winter and be ready to harvest this rye come fall. Once we finish this pass, gonna head back to the farm and might invest in a pressure washer so we can clean up our equipment. That way it can stay nice and clean for next year, because these three things will not be needed anymore after we're done with this. So let's get it done and head back to the farm. Right, back at the farm, and I think I'm going to put this pressure washer just right here. Hopefully I can get close enough to use it. That ought to be good enough. I'll get these cleaned up and then packed away. There we go. I would check the used vehicle sale, but I don't have any money. I've got a lease or a loan out for $50,000, and I don't have that, so I'm actually negative right now. Let's just do one last check to make sure we got everything planted. Looks pretty good. Crops are looking good in October. I think we're going to give it one more month for the alfalfa, see if it can get a little taller. Apparently where you drive on it, it gets squashed. So I may turn off crop destruction just for when I harvest the alfalfa. I do like playing with it on, but this won't even allow me to turn around or to drive with a mower behind me. It would have to be in front. So yeah, I think we'll just disable that for now. Now that's more like it. Definitely ready to go now. It's November. A little bit chilly. Need to get some equipment. We're going to need a mower, and I'm going to go pretty cheap, but not as cheap as you can. We'll do the Vermeer mower. We need a tedder. I'm going to go with the Vicon this time. We need a windrower. And just to keep things going, I'll do the Vermeer this one as well. I do think I will go with this one. However, it is a little cheaper. And to be honest, I'm not sure we're even going to make a profit off of this. I think we spent about $8,000 leasing everything. So we're going to have to make that $8,000 back, plus the money we spent on seed, plus the money we're going to have to spend on getting the bale collector and the bale trailer. And it's not all that big of a field. I mean, it's a good sized field. Yeah, we'll just have to see. We started at $39,000. I'm guessing we're going to go ahead and sell everything right now. Let me check when the best price would be for alfalfa hay. It's going to be pretty far towards the bottom because it is a mod. Right now it's 88. Oh, it's at the highest. Very good. So we're going to go bring all that stuff back and get ready to get working on the field. We're going to start with the mower, obviously. Then we'll turn it over with the tedder, rake it up with the windrower, and bale it up. And we will have to look into getting like a bale grabber and stuff like that when the time comes. But for the time being, we're not worried about that right now. Let's fire this thing up and drop it down. And this is the reason I turned off crop destruction, because on these first passes I have no choice but to drive on the crops to avoid the trees and whatnot, and I don't think it's fair to get rid of my crops just because I have to drive on them. It's basically grass. I mean, if you drove on it when it was this tall, yeah, you'd lay it down, but I just don't think that's really all that fair. And of course, I didn't know it deleted all the crop when I was turning around with my seeder, so that's what all this is. Looks like we've got some weeds growing on the rye as well. I'll have to attach the sprayer to the back of this thing and throw on the row crop tires because we got the duals on right now. That way we can spray without damaging the crop. Right, I assume this is going to take quite a while to get done, so I will do it in the form of a montage. And then when we're done, we will know how many bales we have. Well, we got everything cut, turned over, and raked up pretty good. Now we're just baling it, and unfortunately the yield isn't very good. There's pretty small little windrows there, but hopefully we'll get a decent amount of bales. I think we already got 5 or so, 4. So yeah, once we get this thing baled up, we're going to have to figure out a way to get it all off the field. Well, there we've got all the bales done, ended up with 16 bales, and it says it's going to sell for around about $9,000, so we will end up making a profit, but a very, very slight profit. I think it computed to about $8,000-ish of rented equipment, but I still have to rent the bale trailer and a bale grabber, I guess, so yeah, probably didn't make a profit. In fact, I probably wasted money on that, but actually there's not really much of a positive possible with that. Let's just return all of this stuff. Did about half an hour on the mower and tedder and the windrower. Okay, about half an hour on each one, which means a total of about 2 hours. Let's get this thing awash because it is filthy. Gonna put the slim tires on this one, and then we're gonna get it out in the field with the sprayer. Let's get all those weeds gone on our rye. Should be good there. And I don't have a workshop down here, so we're gonna go to the store. Let's get back to the farm and get this field sprayed. Got that unfolded, turned it on, and there we go. Hopefully that doesn't burn through our herbicide super fast. Does look like it's going to go pretty quick, unfortunately, so we'll have to spend some more money on that. I think what I'm going to do is, this is a bit of the sunk cost theory. If you have already spent money on something, you are less likely to leave it alone. More likely to keep sinking money into it. So I think what I'm going to do is put down a little sheep pen up here. And we're going to put our alfalfa hay on there. See, put it back there. And then now all we got to do is, again, the sunk cost theorem basically just states that if you're less likely to give up on something if you've already spent a bunch of money. So in this case, I've already spent $9,000 on it. So I'm like, what the heck. As it is, if I sold all the bales, I would have lost money. So I may as well dump more money into it and hopefully, in the end, actually come out on top. Basically, I'm using these alfalfa bales to feed my sheep, and the sheep can produce wool, which will hopefully be worth more than the alfalfa would have been worth. So I'm spending a lot more, but in the long run, I should make more money. That's the idea anyways. I was really hoping the financial situation of the farm would be in a much better position right now, but we'll take what we can get. So I ended up taking out a $25,000 loan. We're renting a Kubota M6 with a front loader and a bale spike, and I think this is going to figure out to be about probably $1,500 to $2,000 a month. So not ideal. And of course I do still have to pay for all the sheep, but you know, we should make more than that from the sheep, I would hope. I mean, if we don't, that's sad. So I'm just going to pick up these bales and push them a lot closer to that sheep pen, probably on the left side by that house there. and put a couple of them in the actual food sell point, or not sell point, but trigger, so I can feed the sheep. We'll buy some sheep. Let's just go do that right now. Whoa, 2 bales is kind of heavy apparently. Might have to get a rear weight for this thing. I put the weighted wheels on, but yeah, this ain't working. And this is only 2 of the smallest size of bales. That's ridiculous. Surely that's not realistic, right? There's no way these bales would make that trailer move. Whatever. Whatever, dude. Why is there only 1 type of sheep? Sheep are the mothers of the sheep, which produce wool or can be sold. Yeah, see, I don't like these modded animals. And where are they? They're not even in here. What in the world? I still gotta rent the rear weight for this thing, and I'll also rent the water trailer. Looks like this thing's out of herbicide too, so I gotta buy that. Yeah, we're in a rough spot financially. And I think the only solution is to just give it time, so hopefully once this rye gets sold, that money can go towards, I mean, I don't even know if we'll make enough to pay off the loan, which is terrible, because then I have to plant another crop and, you know, all that, so. Yeah, it's going to be a rough start. Slow start, please bear with me. Because once we get there, it just makes it all the more sweet how far we came. If we start out small and get big, that's why I play the game. Start off with a little, grow your farm over time to get a lot. But I think that's about where I'm going to wrap things up. Going to have a bit of a jump. This is episode 4. Next is episode 5, because that's how numbers work. Don't know why I felt the need to say that, but that's when we're going to be harvesting. So as of right now, obviously, it's November, so that's going to be a pretty big hop. A hop, skip, and a jump all the way up to whenever that's going to be harvested. Rye, June, July, or August. So yeah, we're talking like a six month gap there. And, you know, I may do a contract or two. Make sure to do those on camera, of course, so you guys know where the money's coming from and where it's going. But yeah, that's all for me for now. In between episodes, I'll obviously finish spraying and get the water trailer and stuff so we can get those sheep producing wool as soon as possible. That is really annoying that they don't show up, but what are you going to do? That's, at the end of the day, you know, that's on the map maker. That's not on me. It just looks bad and breaks immersion quite a bit too. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.